Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. Man, fuck poverty. Get this money, man. What the fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
I can tell you're mad at me.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the pnljudgementals podcast.
What's up, everybody? This your boy Phil back in the house.
And I'm Leroy. So we have a video of the week. It was viral like in June. Here we go. Shout out to the podcast. Hold on for a second. Let me look and get the name of it. The podcast is Facts Over Feelings podcast, and you can reach them on TikTok at Facts Over Feelings. What did I say? Facts Over Feelings, right?
It all sound the same to me.
Okay, Facts Over Feelings podcast. The TikTok is at Facts Over Feelings show. Here's this lady on there. Did she destroy a good man? Listen to what she say about her someone she married. I don't know if they still married or not, but here we go.
I salute you when you say you're not messing with married, because I feel you married bitches, because my nigga, he wasn't cheating on me. He would, worship what I walked on. He was that, but he was too corny for me. Like, tell me sit down. Tell me stop going out. God. Don't put your hands on me, but put your foot down. Like, every time I want to go out, I can go out. Anytime I want to, I can, whatever, do it.
How did it get that far?
If they don't drop a bomb from that.
So her husband lets her do the things she wants to do, but she wants him to stop her.
Sometimes these females just say anything they want on these podcasts.
How did it get that far? So you ain't just learned he was corny when you married.
Right.
Did you marry him and he was corny? I did, because I had a son and I wanted him to have a family, and I don't have a family. It's just been my mama, my brother, my sister, and just my strong guy.
I'm sorry, this fucked up.
Was that?
So she married the guy because she had a kid with him. So it's like, hey, look, because she wanted the family. Well, if you wanted the family, here, this is mind-boggling, the shit that some people say. Like, this woman, she can get up early in the morning and get dressed and go to work or make a living, whatever how she makes a living. She walks amongst us with these thought processes in her head. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Son? Yes. Right. Yes.
Well, that's
No.
I'm gonna tell you why it's fucked up.
Yes. Hold up. Yes.
Oh, so you had
One mic.
So I was a good wife. I came to bed with the lingerie on, danced and freaky shit, and that shit ain't for me. I don't think I ever want to be married again. But the bitches that with the
oh well, they got a divorce then.
Married men, I feel you.
Of course they did.
I'm home, angry as shit, mad because you gotta take care of kids, mad because your wife, in the house, you want to look at porn, you want to play video games, you want to do all that little childish shit.
Here we go with the video game, childish shit. So when a man comes home, he wants to unwind, and he unwinds by playing video games. So some kind of way that's childish. Suppose she had a man that he comes home from work, and the way he unwinds is drink 2 6-packs of beer every night before he go to bed. Which one is worse? But one is doing kid shit, and the other one is, I guess you would consider that adult shit.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel the women that are married, and I feel the women that are side bitches, because at the end of the day, he want to be with you, but he can't be with you because he got kids with this bitch. And then you make him happy.
What you're saying?
What am I saying?
This is why niggas dog women. Yeah, you just destroyed a good man.
Well, shout out to the Facts Over Feelings podcast. I got this from Anton Daniels, because he talked about it on his YouTube. So shout out to him too. These people walk amongst us. You
see, I don't have a problem with her marrying her baby dad. I mean, she did it in reverse, but that's not the problem. But if he's a lame and he corny, why would you have a kid with him?
Right. Why'd you let him court you and start dating and let him have sex with you unprotected if you thought he was corny?
You giving her a benefit of the doubt. There wasn't no courting and dating going on.
All right, so I'm gonna delete that part. Let me say it again. So
no, leave it in there and say it just like we said.
You let this guy lay up with you and have unprotected sex with you. So, but he was corny. You already knew he was corny from the jump anyway. I'm confused. So we going to Dallas, Texas. We got 33-year-old Jose Grandos Cheros was killed in a road race incident that also left a 12-year-old injured. This happened in May. Here's the report.
Dallas police say a road rage incident led to a shooting that killed a 33-year-old and injured a 12-year-old earlier this month. Police arrested 6 people, including 2 minors. Police say the victims were involved in a fender bender May 19th in southeast Dallas. They say the suspects then cut them off, trapped them, and fired shots at the truck. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager live in Dallas with this story. Peyton.
Over a damn fender bender. Did you see all those shots in that car, in the truck?
Yep.
Heather, and Dallas police tell us that this deadly shooting took place in the middle of the street in the daylight outside of a home where a baby shower was taking place. So there were several witnesses and they helped investigators identify the suspects. Also, detectives had multiple pieces of surveillance video from neighbors. Crime scene tape near CF Hahn Freeway and Elam Road marks the spot where police say a group attending a baby shower opened fire on a vehicle passing by, killing 33-year-old Jose Granados Cerritos.
Oh, I tore that name to shreds too.
You always
it wasn't nowhere close.
Always do.
A 12-year-old. This short clip of surveillance video from a neighbor shows the moments before the shooting on Sunday, May 19th. A father and his young son are playing in the front yard when multiple people from the house next door walk into the street. It appears one is holding a black handgun. We've blurred the faces of the 2 suspects because they're juveniles. Police announced Wednesday 4 adults were charged with murder. The 2 juveniles are also facing.
My thing is, if the kid was holding a gun like that and he fired that gun, why not show his face?
New episode of Fear Thy Neighbor.
Yep.
Facing murder. The 14-year-old and 16-year-old will not be identified due to their age. 26-year-old Alexis Rosales was also arrested for a probation violation. According to an arrest warrant affidavit Fox 4 obtained on Friday, the shooting stemmed from a road rage incident nearby. Multiple women told police they were at a baby shower when they ran to a nearby corner store in their blue Toyota. On the way back to the shower, the women say a white truck carrying Granados Cerritos and the 12-year-old hit them from behind. Police believe the women called the suspects at the shower and then cut off the pickup, forcing the white truck down John L. Avenue into the direction of the home hosting the shower. Investigators say
led them right to it. I guess those was the adults that was going to the store or whatever. Yeah, they should be charged also. So shout out to Texas or Dallas, whatever, police department or district attorney.
They obtained multiple surveillance videos showing the suspects grabbing guns and firing at the truck as it passed them. Granados Cerritos' family sent Fox 4 this video of the white truck riddled with bullets. The family says off camera the suspects shot the truck from both sides of the street. The 12-year-old in the back seat was rushed to the hospital and survived. Granados Cerritos died on scene. After the shooting, the suspects were seen getting into their vehicles and taking off. However, detectives used nearby flock cameras to capture their license plates. Plus, police used photos from the baby shower to match the suspect descriptions in the surveillance videos. Police were able to identify 18-year-old Guillermo Alvarez and 19-year-old Kimberly Mejia as 2 of the suspects using handguns to shoot at the truck.
Oh shit, homegirl I was thinking that she was the one that was driving the car that forced them to be on that street. But she the one that was firing too.
Investigators say 18-year-old John Marquez was seen on video shooting a long gun, likely an assault rifle. And the victim's family, Heather, tells me today the 12-year-old who was shot is now out of the hospital and at home recovering. Now, at the time of the shooting, inside that white pickup, there also was an adult male who was driving and another juvenile who was also in the back seat. Neither of them were injured. Now,
they said that they were shooting on both sides of the street, but no one ever thought about what happened if one of them shot shot another person.
Yeah, cross shooting at each other and shit.
Right. We go into Escambria County, Florida, where DeAndre English was shot and killed Monday while trying to rob a drug dealer. 2 of his alleged accomplices are now charged with his murder. Here's the report.
A man was killed during a drug deal Tuesday night in Escambia County. Deputies were called to a home on Swallowtail Lane about reports of gunfire. When they arrived, they found one person dead with gunshot wounds.
2 individuals now charged in that case, but the shooter is not facing homicide charges. WEAR's Brent Carney explains why.
I got 1 bullet hole, 2, 3, and 4 right there with a ricochet right there.
Bullets hit Noah Reichman's car. He heard the gunshots Tuesday night and one of the victims banging on his front door.
And I opened the door and...
Shout out to a drug dealer that's doing an interview with a news report. The news report talking about how he shot somebody and then got his house or the day of news report. Shout out to him.
And that's whenever I see the body.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I ain't seen nothing.
On my porch, and you could clearly see the 5 shots in his chest. And then the cop stepped inside. We spoke a little bit about it. I kind of had an anxiety attack. I wasn't really able to get words out.
Oh, bullshit. But you can speak clearly now, huh?
The victim is being identified as 26-year-old DeAndre English. Deputies say English, 24-year-old Demetrius Caesar, and 22-year-old Malaya Gordon drove to the home of 20-year-old Isaac Mitchell.
We had 2 males and a female decide to go and buy marijuana, but actually what they wanted to do was end up robbing the guy that was going to sell the marijuana.
Simmons says when Mitchell got in the car to make the sale, English pulled a gun on him. The 2 fought over the gun, and investigators say when Mitchell got his hands on it, he shot English several times. Both Gordon and Caesar fled the scene.
This is just risky behavior. And when you're buying and selling drugs.
First of all, rule number 1, don't have people coming to your house buying drugs from you. So now they all know where you live at. They know where all your stuff is in the house or whatever. Why would you have them come to your house like that?
There's money involved, there's drugs involved, or something of value involved. And ultimately, this is a very dangerous endeavor.
Simmons says Mitchell will not be charged in the shooting because it was self-defense, but he said charges for dealing drugs are pending. Simmons says both Gordon and Caesar are facing murder charges.
Well, in the state of Florida, if you're committing a felony and robbing someone is certainly a felony. If you're in the commission of a felony and someone gets killed, during the commission of that felony, you can be charged with felony murder in the state of Florida, and that's what we're charging the female and the male that survived.
Caesar.
So Florida charged them 2 with the guy's murder. The drug dealer gets off with self-defense, but they get the 2 people that was with the 3rd guy that died. They're going to be charged with his murder. Shout out to Florida, boy. They'll put you in a jail in a heartbeat.
That makes sense.
Was already on probation for a previous murder at the Oakwood Terrace apartment.
God damn, these people are stupid.
In 2018. That crime very similar, an attempted robbery that resulted in a fatal shooting.
I don't get it. You do this not once, but you do it twice. Once is bad enough, but you do it twice is just incomprehensible to me.
I don't get it neither.
Neighbors I spoke to are frustrated.
I think it's really ridiculous that somebody that was involved in a murder previously only got 4 years and then is on probation, and then this little bit of time later.
It's what you said. They get these guys less time because they know he gonna get out and do the same shit over again. What just happened just right here. Now he probably be in jail for 20 now, since he already had that on that other murder on him.
It goes off and do it again.
Brent Carney, WEAR News.
What you always say. They give them less time just so they can come back and fuck up the community and do the
Go
same
out
shit.
there and terrorize the neighborhood.
Yep. Well, we're going to Spotsylvania County, Virginia. A grieving widow is now raising questions about why and how a Spotsylvania deputy shot and killed her husband. The fatal gunshot was fired from outside the couple's house through a window. Here's the report.
A grieving widow is questioning why a Spotsylvania deputy opened fire on her husband.
Her husband, a Marine veteran, was killed on Sunday. Kenny Carr was also an Army service member working at Fort Belvoir. The sheriff's office says the deputy shot Carr when they saw him pointing a gun at a woman. We've learned that woman was his wife. And as Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Julie Carey reports, that single fatal gunshot was fired from outside the couple's house through a window.
One look at Kenny Carr's study, and it's clear the decorated veteran was proud of his military service, first as a Marine, then with the Army. Award after award up on the wall. He and wife Devin had been together since 8th grade, married for 17 years with 2 children, including an adoring son.
He was so proud that our son, I'm sorry. So our son, he was like, I want to be just like Dad.
Like you say, her eyes aren't watering, no tears or whatever, but she ready to start
trying to get that lawsuit money now.
But the family was shattered early Sunday morning when Kenny Carr was shot and killed by a Spotsylvania County deputy. Devin says her usually happy, upbeat husband seemed to be struggling with signs of PTSD recently. She says Sunday when he came home from a visit to Richmond, it was clear he'd been drinking. She says he got loud. She went downstairs to this theater room. He later followed with a gun.
So he was still just talking loud, like down there. He was moving his hands and stuff like that. And I was just really just listening at that point.
Devin says she did.
I don't believe that. I believe, I don't believe that well, he might have had PTSD, but I believe that this is the way they argued. Loud and all that stuff. So ain't no way in the world he's just howling and she's just sitting there not saying anything. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe it either.
Know it, but someone called 911. Devin says as she was trying to calm her husband downstairs, she had no idea that deputies had arrived at the house. Some went through the front door, others around to the side of the house.
Next, it happened so quick. He was talking, and next thing you know, out of nowhere.
Now, someone supposedly called 911. Now, the neighbors, they live in a single home. It's not a row home. So was he that loud that the neighbors heard him? Or was it one of those kids that they blurted out that called the police? Were they there?
She probably called the cops.
Well, the way they trying to say, like, I believe she called the cops too, Phil. But the way she trying to make it seem like if she didn't call the cops, somebody called the cops.
Yeah, right.
I believe you. I believe she did. The one that called the cops. She probably called the cops, but didn't say anything.
Right.
You know, and they're going to, track the address or whatever. And they had came over.
I saw glass just went flying, and when a glass went flying, the police busted in.
This press release from the sheriff's office didn't identify the couple, but says when they arrived, a deputy saw a man pointing a gun at a woman and fired. 2 hours after deputies pulled her from that room, Devin learned her husband was dead. She says it wasn't until much later that day when a crew came to pull up the bloody carpet and drywall that she realized where the gunfire came from, why the glass had shattered. She says the deputy fired through this basement window. She's angry and wants to know why deputies never announced their presence, never gave a warning to Kenny.
Okay, so they can say freeze police and he'll blow her brains out. And it kind of seemed like the cop looked out the window and saw my man pointing a gun or whatever. And I guess he was thinking that he was saving her life. So he could say freeze police, don't move. And he hold her hostage or something like that. Or shoot her. The damn cop sound like a hero to me, but what was you about to say?
I don't know. I think she's looking for that life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
They did not say nothing. They did not make any requests. They did not say anything at all. If you felt like you had to shoot him, he got other body parts.
Oh no, here come these black people. You could have just shot him in the leg. Our blacks is good with that. Oh, you could have just shot him in the foot.
He had 2 legs.
Here we go.
He had 2 arms.
There you go.
He had anything that said, "Do not kill me," because he did not deserve that.
Devin declined to answer whether she feared that her husband would shoot her. She believes
that means yes.
No, it don't.
No, I believe that this is how they argued.
The press release unfairly portrays him as a criminal.
But I think because my husband wasn't like that, so I don't think they saved my life. But I don't think
talk normal.
His life.
A sheriff's office spokesman declared.
I mean, goodness, eyes aren't even watering.
Eyes ain't watering, not red. No.
Right.
Fine comment on Devin Carr's.
Now she's wiping. Wiping what?
Concerns. The deputy who fired the fatal shot has been placed on administrative leave. Virginia State Police are assisting in the investigation. In Spotsylvania County, I'm Julie Carey, News 4.
Yeah, all you had to do was shoot him in the foot. He would have just fell down. Well, we're going to Tampa, Florida, where Tampa Madame Lina Payne is accused of luring women from Venezuela and Colombia, then forcing them into prostitution to pay off debt. I don't believe that. Well, we'll hear the report.
Well, these 2 women here are accused of running a human trafficking ring, luring women from Venezuela and Colombia, forcing them into prostitution to make them money. Fox 13's Genevieve Curtis spent the day combing through these court documents. So, Genevieve, several massage parlors spanning 2 counties were involved in this?
Yeah, Ellie, and one of those businesses is right here behind me. This is one of the businesses that the FDLE shut down as part of that ongoing investigation. It looks like a barbershop from the outside, but inside, investigators say women
cut in the fuck
were forced into sex trafficking. Christmas lights hang outside of exposed barbershop, but investigators say that
exposed barbershop. They giving you all the signs right there that ain't just a barbershop.
Everybody in the neighborhood knew what that was.
Oh yeah.
Haircutting happening here. This was one of 4 locations.
You go there, and it's probably like some code or whatever to let you let them know that you down for tricking. And
I'm gonna tell you what it is. Get a regular haircut. Tip $40. You can go in the back room.
Yep. And then, man, you can get with them girls. Them girls barely speak English. And they broke it all down. And I don't believe this bullshit that they forcing these women into prostitution.
Oh,
so you taking these wholesome women from whatever country you can name, then all of a sudden they're gonna come here and sell their body? Please. What they doing here, they was doing it where they were at.
Where they say Lina Payne operated as a madam, forcing women into prostitution as part of a human trafficking ring she ran.
See, that's that human trafficking thing. See, that's what will mess you up. But these women, they weren't forcing them to, like, they were she was beating them to sell their body. Please.
From Tampa to Bradenton, law enforcement has
So she's forcing them to prostitution, and these women never go outside. They never go outside. They never go to the store or anything like that, where they can easily get away.
Investigated Payne's business.
What you about to say?
They going everywhere. They're spending their money. They know what they're doing.
Right.
When the shit hit the fan, now is a problem.
Right. Oh no, she forced me into doing this.
businesses for years, as far back as 2021, including 2 locations in Manatee County and 2 in Hillsborough. They say this woman, Kara McGlynn, managed Jackpot's Spa in Manatee for Payne and was part of her enterprise.
It's definitely in plain sight.
Pamela Woody is the founder of Tampa Bay Advocates Against Human Trafficking. She says massage parlors operating late at night is a red flag.
There's a lot of bad stuff happening behind those doors.
Investigators say Payne routinely traveled to South America. One of the survivors told them Payne loaned her $40,000 to $50,000 to come to the U.S. and she'd have to pay Payne back by working as a massage therapist. The survivor had no idea what she would actually have to do for that money.
Bullshit. Now, where the hell would she get $40,000 and $50,000 from? In Colombia, this is I guess that would be Colombian currency. I don't know what it is. So where in the world would she get that from? If she had that much money, she can find her way into the U.S. Why would she need her for? No, the lady went down there, went to all the spots where they did rub and tugs that, and say, hey, look, I can get you into the U.S., but you know you're gonna have to still do massages and stuff. And they were down.
Yep.
They have come here thinking that they're on the path to a better life. You know, they've been duped, they've been coerced into this life.
While conducting surveys.
And how many movies? I mean, people in Colombia, they do watch movies and stuff. How many movies do you see where they did stuff like that? Whereas though they thought they was coming here for a better life, but now they got a prostitute and all that stuff. So these women there, they never seen any movie of any of that plot.
They run the same story over and over. That's bullshit.
Right.
Investigators watched men enter these establishments at all hours of the day and night and pay $220 for massage and sex with an attendant. In the arresting documents, investigators say a worker called for help from inside Land Relaxation Massage in Bradenton in July of 2023. When officers arrived, the woman who called was gone. In October,
that woman was shortchanged on some money. That's why she called the police.
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office conducted an operation to recover human trafficking survivors, including some from Payne's operation. But they say even that didn't stop Payne. Woody says the road to recovery for survivors will look different for everyone.
You know, the key is to get them into a trauma-informed environment so they're not re-traumatized beyond what they already have been through.
And investigators say that Payne made hundreds and thousands of dollars off of trafficking other women. She now faces RICO charges and half a dozen other charges. Reporting live in Tampa, Genevieve Curtis, Fox 13 News.
Yeah, I don't believe that bullshit. The next piece is the continuation of this story. Her son was also involved in his family business.
Family business.
Here's the report.
We have some new information on the investigation of a sex trafficking ring, which investigators say lured women from South America and forced them into prostitution. Our Fox 13's Genevieve Curtis first reported on this on Tuesday, and now we've learned that this was allegedly a family affair, Genevieve?
Yeah, Allie, investigators say that Lina Payne ran that human trafficking ring both here in Tampa and Manatee County, including out of businesses like the one here behind me at this barbershop on Cypress Road. Investigators say it wasn't only Payne running this operation. They say her lover and her son helped her with the business.
Sebastian Gerardo and Lina Payne.
In a Hillsborough County courtroom today, an attorney representing Lina Payne and Sebastian Gerardo entered the same plea. The pair, currently in jail, face RICO charges and multiple other felonies related to a sex trafficking operation in Hillsborough and Manatee counties. Lina Payne's son, Andre Payne, is also facing charges. FDLE investigators say he worked with his mom to run the family business and had direct contact with the women who were forced into prostitution. During surveillance operation,
he was the barber. That's the code. That's the code right there, Phil. When you said the code to get in, you be like, look, I want him to cut my hair. then that's when you you break down what you want. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, you want a massage or you want your hair washed? Go in the bed.
At this barbershop in Tampa, investigators say they watched Gerardo, Payne's lover, bringing in women, rolling their suitcases behind them. The charges.
So they outside. So they went to one place to the other. So they could just easily got away from him and ran in the highway or something like that and wait for help if they was being coerced to sell their body.
Yep.
Stem in part from a Manatee County Sheriff's Office human trafficking operation where they arrested several Johns and rescued women from at least one location tied to Payne. At the time, we spoke with Sheriff Rick Wells.
We did have one true victim of human trafficking that we know was brought here from another country, and is right now, she was paying off a debt.
FDLE investigators say Payne would travel to
this debt shit.
South America and loan women $40,000 to $50,000 to come to the U.S. under the pretense they'd work at her spas. The women told investigators they had no idea they'd be forced into sex with strangers.
Sure you didn't.
We need to pay a lot more attention to what's going on with the women involved in prostitution. They're not, for the most part, doing this.
Our girl was making a killing if she had that much money to give to them as a loan, quote unquote. I don't even believe that. I believe she just talked to him and was like, look, I can get you in the U.S., but, you're going to have to do the same thing you doing here. And they was like, yeah, all right, I'm down. And like, look, you don't have to pay for anything. We got a crib for you. All you doing is, we going to take you to the spot or whatever.
That's what it was.
Right. We'll feed you. You don't have to worry about nothing.
Your own free will. There's always someone behind the scenes.
I'm like, hey, look, you got $50,000. I gave you $50,000. Now, how you going to pay off this debt? You going to pay off this debt by selling this off your body. And I'll tell you when the debt is paid off. That means the debt will never be paid off or whatever. That's the same scenario we done seen from a bunch of TV shows and movies. They have NCIS Miami or something.
That is driving this business for them, and they feel helpless and they feel like they have no way out.
And Payne is also accused of money laundering. Investigators say that her son helped her wash money. They're also accusing Payne of making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of trafficking other women. Reporting live in Tampa, Genevieve Curtis, Fox 13 News.
Yes, but that's bullshit. But they're cooked. The boyfriend, the madam, and the son, boy, they're gonna be in for a long stretch because all that human trafficking shit they got on them. Yep. All right, you can reach the Judgementals on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube at pnljudgementals, Instagram at _Judgementals. Or you can email us at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. All right, then.
All right. Peace out.
Facebook comments on my photos, that's why I stay on the low. Most of y'all is associates, so I be on my dolo. Hold up, whoa, hold the phone. You think all I do is rap? I can do it on my